I'm Brian Stone. I'm a Red Cross emergency response volunteer. Before I volunteered for the Red Cross, I used to work for Sandwell Council in the education department. I worked there for 43 years until I retired in 2015. If, for example, there was a large fire that destroyed a house, obviously the occupants would have nowhere to live. We would hopefully, discover that they got friends or family who could actually put them up. But if they have nothing like that, then we may be able to find them some short-term temporary accommodation, perhaps at a hotel. Often when people have lost everything in a fire, they've lost even their mobile phones, they've got no means of contacting anyone, they can't buy food, they can't do anything, particularly if it's in the night. So again, we will turn up in our fully equipped van and are able to offer them lots of kind of initial support. The most basic part of that is probably the tea and sympathy of coming to the van, sit yourselves down out of the environment that you've just been in, and we just listen to people because different people react to emergencies in different ways. For many years I contributed, I think it was £10 a month, and in fact I still do, to the Red Cross and various other charities. Not too far into my retirement, COVID came along and I volunteered to become an NHS Good Samaritan. So I've worked at numerous kind of medical centres, vaccination centres and so on, assisting people like that. When the COVID programme began to kind of wind down a little bit, I was a bit, at a loose end. And you can volunteer for the Red Cross in loads of different ways. You can, work in a Red Cross shop, you can do shopping for people, you can be an emergency response volunteer like I am. And because of my previous job with the council, generally if there was a flood or a fire or something at a school, I would be one of the first people to turn up. And when the emergency response volunteer job came up, I thought, that sounds like me, that does. I think one of the major gains that you get when you volunteer with any organisation is a sense of camaraderie, being with kind of fairly like-minded people. Obviously, different people have different backgrounds. Going back to when I used to work for the council, one of the saddest things that I ever did when I left the council was to hand back my council ID card and my door pass. And that brought home to me the fact that I was no longer part of that team, and if I wanted to go and see someone, I had to go to reception, and be like an ordinary member of the public. And to be honest, when you volunteer, you come back into that kind of group of people who can, you feel comfortable with, you get a sense of enjoyment, pleasure. It's nice just to help people. So it's just a feeling of being part of a team, having people grateful to you, but in the nicest way possible.